have 3 things for you today. A confession, a handbag unboxing, and a surprise. Stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. First, it's confession time. So here's the thing. A few weeks ago, I did an unboxing in collaboration with James Jam and Dawn Loves Couture, where we unboxed these bags from Mulberry called Softies. They were these very pillowy bags with a chain strap that we got for an incredible discount. Too good to pass up. Mine was this beautiful bright green color, not everybody's cup of tea, but mine. And I really liked it, but in the video I also pointed out a few things that were a little concerning for me. One was the capacity of the bag. It held less than I hoped it would and really needed it to. And also, when you had the chain on and there was some weight in the bag, it pulled up on the little leather pieces that held the chain, and that just didn't sit too well with me. I also mentioned that I had ordered the larger size of that bag, the size that Dawn got, but it was canceled on me because they'd oversold them. They didn't have enough to fulfill my order. Having seen Dawn's video, if I had gotten that larger bag, I'm pretty sure I would have kept it, but I did send the green one back for those reasons that I just mentioned. However, that was the first Mulberry bag that I'd ever laid my hands on, and there was a lot I loved about it. So I started looking at other bags, which brings us to the unboxing portion of the video. So let's see what's in here. I picked this up from the Real for a fantastic price. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but first, let's see what's in the dust bag. The color, which I think you can tell through the bag, the color is, ooh, amazing. Oh yes, look at that. So this is another Mulberry bag, but first the color. The Softie that I had before was in a color called Lawn Green, and I'm pretty sure that this color is called Queen Green. And I think that because as I was looking at other Mulberry bags that were available on the internet, I came across a larger Bayswater in a color that looked a lot like this, and it had the original tag that had been attached to the bag, and it said that color was called Queen Green. So I'm guessing that these were from the same line and that this is also Queen Green. This is the Mulberry Bayswater in the size small, not to be confused with the size mini that they currently have, also not to be confused with a previous version that was also called the Mulberry Bayswater Small. That one, the most distinctive feature that's different between that bag and this one is the other one, the older version, has these little straps on the side, which this obviously does not have. There's a great video on that bag if you want to check it out from Fuchsia Floyd, and I will have her video linked below so you can see it. But let's take a look at this bag. So there is the front. And then we have the sides, which you see stick out. They protrude from the kind of boxy shape of the bag. There's the back. Obviously that's not been stored very well, but I think that won't be a problem. So the back, the side, and then the bottom. No feet and no pockets on the back. The top of the bag, I have to say, this leather is very nice. The leather on the Softie was so soft it felt, I know it was calfskin, but it almost felt like lambskin. It was so soft and smooth. This is a very nice leather, obviously treated, and it has a coating with the green color, but it doesn't feel like it's too heavily treated, and it doesn't have kind of a dusty, chalky residue like some other bags that I've had. This feels really good, and I'll talk more about the pliability of the leather in a minute, but it feels like a nice soft pliable bag. Now let's look at a few details and open her up. This bag is pre-loved. You can see that this plate here on what they call the postman's lock is pretty scratched up. By the way, if anybody's wondering about my ring, that's a Henry Bendel ring that I found pre-loved on the internet a while back. So lots of scratches on that hardware. That's to be expected. It says Mulberry right here. I do wish it had that little tree logo. I'm kind of sad that it doesn't have that, but it is what it is. One thing I like about this design is how that flap and the bottom of the chaps make this straight line across. It's very elegant, very modern. Looks great. So let's get inside this thing. There are a few things I'm curious about because I have never played with a Bayswater in person. So we open up the front like that, a little twist lock, and then just pull that up. The inside is a suede, and it may look black, but it's, oh, I think actually it looks true to color. It's a navy. You can see the back of the postman's lock there. One thing that I noticed, because I found a couple of videos on this bag, but they weren't super thorough. This, I saw, looks like it would be a pocket, but it's not at all. It only goes down that far, and that's because it's the back of where that flap is sewn on. Inside, there's a strap. We'll look at that in a minute, and then the inside is a little dirty. Now, when I looked at the listing for this on the Real Rails website, it did say that it had some significant residue or whatever inside the bag, however they worded it. It seems like saying that there's residue inside a bag is pretty much a default. And they have such terrible photographs on the Real. The picture of the inside of this bag didn't show it well at all. It was very dark. I took it into Photoshop. I took a screenshot of the picture, put it in Photoshop and brightened it more. And I couldn't see much because of the angle, and it was blurry. It was just really bad. So I took a chance getting this and hoping it wasn't really awful. So let's look at the inside again. There are definitely some things down in there, but I think I can clean that up well enough, and if not, if I don't feel comfortable putting my stuff in there, I can always have a little organizer made, and I'll link below where I get my custom organizers because she's fantastic. So on the sides here, we have a little green strap that has a D-ring. That's where we'll attach our strap. And we have this slip pocket here. This has the Real tag in it that also needs to be cleaned out. And then it says Mulberry stamped in gold on the leather. And then there's a zipped pocket right there. So you have those two pockets on the front side of the inside of the bag, but then no pockets on that back side. The stuff on the inside is bothering me a little bit. It is a little gross, and I'm not somebody who really enjoys cleaning bags. I don't know if anybody enjoys that, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get that out. One of the things that I do if it's just like dirt is get some packing tape, so that big box tape, you know, and just get pieces of it and put it down in there and pull it off. You could also get one of those rollers that you use for lint on your clothes, but they don't get down into all the crevices like you can with just a piece of tape. So there's a little tip for you for getting crumbs and things out of your bags. But this also has something that was wet at some point, some little spots, probably makeup or something, who knows. So we'll see. But one thing that I was wondering about this bag that I never saw any other videos mention is whether I could take that flap and just fold it on the inside of the bag like that, like you would do with a Birkin. And you can. It doesn't fold as flat as the Birkin flap would because it doesn't have that glazed edge on the top where it is together. This folds out more. It has a little bit more depth there, but I don't think it would get in the way too much. It weighs about what you would think it would weigh for a smallish leather bag. It's not too heavy, but it's also not the lightest bag there ever was. In terms of what would fit, I don't want to put my stuff inside of it with it being kind of dirty right now. Here's a laptop 13-inch MacBook Air. That is not going to fit in there. Here's my iPad mini. That would fit in there. A Louis Vuitton desk agenda, which is the same size as the Agenda GM. That would fit in there. In fact, this has a wipeable edge, so let's put it in there. That's how it would look. So it takes up the height of the bag, but it fits comfortably lengthwise. But that will also fit a large wallet, as well as a small wallet. If you have it open, you could have a water bottle standing up in there. With the sides coming out like they do, you'd be able to fit a little bit more, so that's nice. Let's look at the strap. The strap is the same leather. It connects to the bag with snap hooks, and it does say Mulberry etched into the hook. It is very slightly adjustable with 5 holes that take up only about 5 inches, so that's not a whole lot of adjustment. This bag, I'm noticing, also has a bit of a musty odor. That would come out over time with charcoal packs. If you don't know about those, I'll link them below. That's been the most effective thing I have found to take out smells, but taking out any smell typically takes some time, so just be aware of that. It could take a few days, it could take weeks, it could take months, it depends. So I have the strap on the bag now. Here's how the bag looks hanging from the strap. And on the longest length, it fits very comfortably crossbody on me. As I adjust it to the shorter length, I'm noticing it has this stationary strap keeper thing there, but it doesn't have another one to keep the end of the strap down. But it's not terribly long, so I don't think it's that much of an issue. It's always nice to have that though. On the shortest length, it still goes crossbody on me, but that's a little high. I'd prefer it on that longer length. It's a pretty good length as a shoulder strap at that shortest length. I was thinking it might be nice to have it a little bit shorter, have it up here if it's on my shoulder, but it's not too bad. And because it's completely removable, I could always put a shorter strap on it or a more decorative strap. One of the things I really like about this bag is that it's versatile. It belonged in my versatile bags video that I just did recently, because you can wear it with that flap closed, buttoned up, or you could wear it more casually like this. Similar to that Teddy Blake Gigi I showed. You can wrap twillies around the handles. There's nowhere to put a bag charm, but you could put a little O-clip there and hang a bag charm there. And I keep getting whiffs of the musty odor, and I'm not liking that. It's like in my mouth now. Other than the interior, the bag is in fantastic shape. It looks pretty much like new, you know, besides the interior and the scratches on the hardware. By the way, I didn't show you this. It is stamped Mulberry right there under the flap, so that when you have the flap on the inside, the Mulberry brand still wants people to know that it's Mulberry. The leather is really nice. It's pliable. The body here is structured. It's got something between the leather and the interior that gives it some structure, because the ends are more pliable and soft. I also wondered if you'd be able to push the ends in so they don't stick out, and you can't. And that's because of those green straps that are sewn on the inside. That helps keep them out like this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to have a think on this one, and I would like to get it away from my nose, because as much as I like the look of it, the versatility, and I think it'll be a very functional bag for me, do I want to deal with the smell and having to clean it? I did get a really great price on it. I know the Mulberry Bayswater bags, I'm going to estimate here, they're around $1,000 brand new. I got this for $400. So relatively a fantastic price. Is this bag worth the trouble to me? That's the question. The color's really fun. Speaking of, I have a surprise. That was part 3 of this video, if you recall. I have a second unboxing. Now this one I'm not going to take as long to talk about, and this is something that I actually showed in another recent video. It was the one about versatile bags. Comes wrapped with the plastic, and then there's cardboard to keep the outside safe, and then there's one of those cheap dust bags like the Real Real does. But inside there is, get it off, a nicer dust bag. And you can tell it's quite a small handbag. I wasn't even planning to show you guys this. I already have unboxed it and looked at it, but I decided to show it in this video because has a couple similarities to the bag I just showed, but I was really impressed with the quality. It's a lot better than what I was expecting, especially for the price point. So it comes in this really nice cloth bag. It's from a company called Tiffany and Fred out of Paris. And when you open up this dust bag, which by the way is lined, I pull out this. And I know what you're thinking, but no, that's not what this is. This does not say Fendi anywhere on it. It is not a Fendi bag, but it looks like one. This was made by Tiffany and Fred. They do a lot of bags that look like other bags, but they have no brand names on them other than Tiffany and Fred. And they're very inexpensive. I got this one for $130, and it's real leather, and it's a really nice leather. That's what impressed me. The construction on this, and especially the leather itself, is so nice. Some of you, I had showed this brand in a community post a while back, and some of you said you had some bags from this brand and that they were very nice quality. If you're interested in trying some bag styles out before you invest thousands of dollars, you might want to take a look at this brand. This one I picked up not so much to use and carry, but because of the color, I want to just put it on the shelves behind me, and it'll be a little decorative piece at that price. I think it's worth it. And let me show you the inside. It comes stuffed with air paper. It has this tag that says Tiffany and Fred and a little sample of the leather right here with a happy face on it. And it has information about the bag. The inside of this is some kind of microfiber, micro suede. There's one little card pocket And that label there says Tiffany and Fred. And these little straps do close up. I undid them because I was checking on capacity, first of all. But whether it does the smile, and it doesn't really because of the size. Also, all the hardware is totally wrapped in plastic. So I just wanted to share that with you because of the quality in case anybody's interested. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, that's fine, but I know some people will really want to know about it. So there it is. It came with a crossbody strap too. So at this point I'm leaning toward sending the Burberry back. Like, I've got enough to do. I don't want to deal with the smell and the cleaning, but I don't know 100%, but that's where I'm leaning. But I do really like the style of it, so I may keep my eyes peeled for another one. What do you think I should do with it? What would you do if you got a bag like that? It's a hard to find bag. I don't know that I'd be able to find another one in that color. I've seen the style, the small size, in other colors, so I could consider that, but that green, it's kind of my thing. I don't know. I don't know. What would you do? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.